Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the law of assumption and how you're going to use it to get everything that you're trying to manifest. The idea in itself is very simple, right? Just assume and it will be yours. Just assume and it's done. Just assume and it's yours. This is one of my favorite laws when it comes to manifestation. It's one of my favorite techniques when it comes to manifestation. But the thing is, I always forget about it. I always forget about it, and then something will pop up on my YouTube feed that'll be like law of assumption, and it'll remind me how much I love the law of assumption. So how can you actually use the law of assumption and apply it to your life in order to get what you want? My favorite thing to do is to assume that it is already yours. Assume that it's already on its way. Assume that you will for sure have it. Me and my friend were texting the other day, like literally yesterday or something, and we were talking about like our financial situation and how we want to travel and all of these things. And I wrote to her, I was like, I have faith that we will be rich and I don't know why. And she wrote back and she was like, girl, at this rate, we're gonna be rich when we're like 50. And I thought that was funny in the moment, but later on as I reflected back, I was thinking, you know what? No, that was such a moment of her sort of limiting belief system like creeping into our conversation and into her like thoughts. And when I had read it, it was just funny to me because I actually don't believe that. Like, I genuinely believe that good things are coming, and I am very confident that they will come. And to some people it might seem delusional, like maybe to my friend that might seem like so crazy and so delusional. But the thing is, if you are not unwavering in your faith that good things are coming, that you're gonna get your manifestation, it's gonna be so hard for you to get these things. And I remember distinctly a time in my life when I had sort of forgotten about like law of attraction, about manifestation, and that was one of the darkest periods of my life. Essentially, I was extremely negative and I had like this viewpoint of life just happens to me instead of for me, and I had this victim mentality and I was not in a good space. And because of that, I was radiating all of these negative like thoughts and belief systems, and that's exactly what I got back in order to confirm my beliefs. Because remember that you are gonna get back everything that you put out. You're gonna get back a mirror of who you are. And it was when I decided to change that, and it wasn't even like 30 seconds, it was like an instant and a moment, like 1 second, where I decided that I was gonna make the change. I was gonna change from this negative person, I was gonna change to be a positive, happy person. And at that point, I didn't even remember the law of attraction yet. I had still forgotten about it. I just made a mental decision to be positive and to be happy and to be grateful. And that is when everything started to change for me. Like, good things started to come into my life so rapidly, and from that point, I think like 2 or 3 years later, my life had completely changed. I was so much happier, like I had so much more abundance in my life. I had so much more to be grateful about. And then I like remembered the law of attraction and manifestation. I was like, holy crap, it was because I wasn't putting out the right vibes, and that's why I was so unhappy. And when I started to put out positivity and confidence and like feelings of joy and gratitude, that's when everything started to kind of go upwards for me. So if you're watching this, what I want you to do is assume that you are already who you want to be. Think about the person who has everything that you want. Think about like your higher self, or the version of you that's living your dream life. And you're going to think about all of the qualities that that person has. You're going to think about like the kinds of thoughts that they would have, the kinds of feelings and conversations they might have, activities they might be doing, people they might surround themselves with. And you're going to assume and believe wholeheartedly that you are that person. And at first, it can feel comfortable, it can feel delusional, but the thing is, you can trick yourself into believing literally anything. You can trick your mind into believing anything. So you're going to use that to your advantage, and you're going to assume with such confidence and faith that you are already that person. And like I said, it might feel weird or uncomfortable or delusional at first, but what you need is repetition. You're going to either write this down, journal it, or every day before you go to bed, and when you first wake up in the morning, you're going to repeat this to yourself. It doesn't have to be out loud. It can be if you want, but you're gonna assume and believe that you are this person, that you are this higher version of yourself, that you are this dream life version of yourself. You are that person. And with repetition, you're gonna start believing it. And then it's gonna come to you because you're gonna start acting as if you are that person. And at first it's acting, right? Act as if. And then with repetition, you're gonna get to a point where you're not even acting anymore, where you don't have imposter syndrome anymore. You're gonna start being that person, and then you're gonna get everything that you want, because you always have to be the person and do the actions first, and then you get what you want. It's not like, I'll use an example from my personal life just because it's what I know the best, sort of the best way to explain this. But I've been doing YouTube for a really long time, and I actually have another channel where I do like beauty and lifestyle videos, and I've been doing it forever, and it just never felt like it was gonna happen for me, because when I was doing my videos, it just felt like I was going through the motion, but I didn't like believe or feel like I was a content creator. So at one point I had to make the mental decision to be like, no, I am a content creator, no, I am a YouTuber, whatever it was. And so whenever I would make content or film videos, whatever, I would put myself in that mindset of like, I am a content creator. And when I did that, what happened was like video ideas would come to me, and I would be like, oh, I should do this and that. Sort of inspiration would come to me when these ideas and inspiration never would come to me before, because I didn't actually like believe that I was a content creator. I thought I had like imposter syndrome. I was like, yeah, I make videos and I create content, but I'm not like a content creator because I'm not successful yet. So I had to make the switch, and I had to be like, no, I am a successful content creator, even though it felt weird and delusional to say because I wasn't yet. But because I did that, then inspiration came to me, and then it felt more natural to like create content all the time. It felt more natural to have ideas of videos that would actually go viral. And literally last night I had one of my shorts get like 27,000 views, which is like the most views one of my shorts has ever gotten, and it just happened so randomly. But it's because I've been putting in the work and sort of taking inspired action. And how you are able to take inspired action is by believing in your new self-identity, by believing and assuming that you are the person who has everything that you want, who will for sure get everything that you want. And you have to have such faith in that. You can't like waver. And the crazy thing about the law of assumption is it can not only change your reality and your life, it can actually change how people behave, the people around you. So this is an example I use all the time, but at work, if I would expect people to like be bad or to be negative or to like kind of upset me or irritate me, whatever, then it would actually happen. Like they would actually start to do things that would bother me or irritate me. But on the other hand, if I would just like expect the best out of people, and if I would just expect them to be like just amazing and fun and kind and just like a great energy, a great vibe to be around, then that also would actually happen. You're gonna see this in yourself and in other people. Certain people can bring out the best in you, and you know who those people are, and you like to be around them. They bring out the best in you because of the energy and the vibrations that they put out and the way that they treat you. And then there are people in your life, and as I say this, you're gonna be able to think of those people who bring out the worst in you, and you don't like those people. You avoid them because they're negative and they're not supportive. They tear you down, and they're like energy vampires. When you're around them, you feel exhausted. So you yourself can also bring out either the best in people or the worst in people, and it's all about how you are feeling. It all goes back to how you feel. So if you feel good and you're putting out good vibes and you're vibrating at a high vibration, then that's going to be so contagious to the people around you, and they're gonna show up and give you their best self. So try this tomorrow. If you are watching this video right now, try this tomorrow and see how your day goes. Just expect the best from people and see what happens. Okay, that's it for today's little video. I hope that you found value in this, and I hope that this message reached you at a time that was impactful. If it did, I trust that you will hit the like button and subscribe, and maybe you can share this with someone who might also find it to be impactful. And I will see you next week. Bye!